It's February 26th. I have been sitting on my duff for 6.5, 7 hours. I had a Zoom deposition that lasted a couple hours, and then I had to summarize that in Mother, and then had to do a couple reports, got a couple phone calls, and now I'm going to try and chop and saw some. This past weekend, I went up to Grant Foreman's, and me, him, and Tim Winkle probably cut about 25 blocks between us. I still am experiencing the issues with my back. It's tightening up on me when I'm rotating left-handed. I can actually cut standing blocks right-handed with no pain. So if it tightens up on me cutting right-handed or left-handed, I'm going to cut right-handed. So obviously I like starting with single buck because it's my favorite event, and see how it feels. And then if it tightens up on me at all, I'm just going to cut underhands and cut right-handed. So you got to work through the process and figure out what works. I even got a stock saw set up, and I got a block set up outside such that if I have to, I can stock saw train, but it's raining, so maybe not. That's pretty cool. I felt nothing there. And those three of those cuts were 13 strokes on a 16-inch log with the training saw. That's pretty good, frankly. It's really good. Even though I got the slop at the back of the stroke, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Anyway, I'm going to cut the first half of this log right-handed, see how it feels on my back, and then I'll try cutting it left-handed in the back, see how it feels. So, again, this is going by feel. So, and yes, I did wear this shirt to a Zoom deposition today. I had a hoodie over top of it. That was all classy. I only turned the video on once just to wave at the opponent. Club chop off-handed, and I haven't trained it for years. So when I was younger, I used to cut a lot of logs right-handed. There was actually a bunch of the smaller 8x8 shows that we had that I would buy an extra log and just cut it right-handed, just because I wanted to, just to get the extra cut in. And left-handed cut counted, but no one minded. Just bought an extra log. So this time I'm going to try cutting right-handed, see how it feels. I'm only going to swing at about 60%, okay? Not even 75, just 60. And I'm not going to go fast. I'm just going to see how this feels. Repeat on that. It's not. It's okay. I think it's okay. Again, I'm doing so. ChatGTP is a wonderful thing. It's always scary as a lawyer because you're afraid of being replaced. Unfortunately, I never think that's going to happen. Not at least with what I do. From a secretarial standpoint, let's be blunt. But ChatGTP, because I have no numbness and nothing only in my spinal erectors and in my quadratus lumborum. It's completely muscular, and it's just because I'm smaller. And, I've lost a good, I would say off this part of my belly, I've lost 6 to 8 inches. And That's big. And so it's opened up my swing. And so I need to relearn and retrain all those muscles. So I'm doing a bunch of anti-rotation stuff. I'm doing a bunch of concentric holds. I'm doing a bunch of McGill curl-ups. You name it, I'm doing it, trying to rehab this. So training is going, now lifting is going great. Strong, you know, am I as strong as I was when I weighed 275 or 300? No. I can do more pull-ups because I'm not as big as a fat ass. But actually I did, I think I did 12 with a 15 gauge sheet plate strapped to me. So, you know, that's pretty good for an old guy. I think I flat benched with a 2-board, 105 kilos for a set of 8, I think is what it was. But I'll never do all the way to the chest with anything over 70 kilos. Just won't. Strict press, sets of 5 with 70 kilos. Nothing crazy. Just not worth it to me to get from the injury potential. But, you know, the only thing that is staying basically the same size on me is my legs and arms. I'm losing my torso, so, which is weird. Let me rephrase that. When I said that I'm keeping all the weight of my arms and my legs, I'm keeping all the weight of my arms and my hips and my quads. Hamstrings, calves are a lot smaller now, or at least less fatty, if that makes sense. But my arms are probably the same size as they were when I was heavy, which is weird. But I've always had heavy arms. My grandmother used to call me and my dad the heavy arm twins. But anyway, so again, I'm going to continue with one more. This is a mystery pine that I got out of an old lady's front yard. So I'm using my knot cutter because I know it doesn't deserve anything better than that. All right, that's about a 15-inch. I believe this is a scarlet oak. And so I've been kind of excited to cut this shit because I like the way it chips. Good oak, straight grained oak is good hardwood. So I might actually try on this one a little bit because my back's feeling pretty good. And yeah. I'm going to a training day at Penn State's main campus. It's at it's at a livestock barn on their livestock campus. And so Penn State Mount Alto, WVU. I don't know if any of the kids from SUNY Cobleskill or SUNY are going to be there, but myself and Chris Bradshaw and Zach Browse, Josh Wilson, Alex Storm. I don't know if Matt Koger is going to be there, but he has been in the past. I think he may be in Australia already. But anyway, so it's going to be a great training day. noticed in watching that as I was turning before I was pulling the axe out. So now I'm going to concentrate on getting the axe out of the log, see if that changes things a little bit. So I like that. I'll take it every day of the week. This is a 12-inch white oak. I'm going to use a good axe in the front, and there's a big knot in the back, so I'll probably use the thumper in the back. But I'm going to try and open it up 12 inches, which is too wide for this shit because it all hangs in the way. So Lord knows how many hits this is going to take. Log of the day. This is about a 11.5-inch pine. I think it's rotten, so it should be total shockwaves. I'm going to use 9-iron. I'm going to try this at about 75%. See how it feels. My back feels pretty good, honestly, so I don't want to push it. This weekend when I go to Penn State, I'm only going to cut underhands just because, and I'll coach what the hell ever. But yeah, single buck feels good. Doesn't hurt at all. So I'm very happy about that. So for whatever that's worth. And here we go. Yep, it's rotten.